Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to oneminutetennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about how to hit a tennis ball, how to improve the power, accuracy and spin and consistency that you get from your strokes without changing the strokes, because some people hit the ball differently to others. The most important part of playing successful tennis is surely the technique of the strokes. Even if somebody's a great athlete and has wonderful timing, then without essentially correct strokes, then they're not going to be successful in this game. But then there's another factor, because some people simply hit the ball harder than others. Some people, they seem to do exactly the same thing, but the ball goes faster, cleaner, smoother, more consistent. It's the same in other sports. In golf, some people have struggled to get to 100 yards, some people get past 200 yards, and then there's the guy who just wanders along, every part of the stroke seems the same, and yet they hit the ball 300 yards. How can that be? So what I want to do today is to show you two essential components in how to hit the tennis ball and get the maximum possible power and spin out of your strokes without changing them and without losing consistency. So the first part is how to hold the racket. And I want to show you a concept that I call a live arm. Now, I'm going to place the racket here, and I'm not going to hold it too tight, but it doesn't really matter if you hold it tight or loose. That's up to the individual. But I'm holding the racket here, and I just gently roll the racket or rock the racket from one side to the other. And although I'm very relaxed, this is a dead arm. And when I play the stroke this way, the racket will not really be anywhere near its potential. And now I'm going to change it to a live arm. And with this live arm, now if I make the stroke, the racket is going to be free and powerful, and the stroke becomes more effortless. So what's the difference between the dead arm, I'm still very relaxed, and the live arm? In the dead arm, my hand and the racket are going in the same direction. In the live arm, when my hand goes in that direction, the racket will go in that direction. And when the racket goes in that direction, the hand will go in the opposite. So look, see how they now are separated. Now in biomechanics, the modern forehand is called a segmented stroke, with the parts of the arm moving in different directions. If we have a live arm, then the racket, the hand, the forearm and the upper arm are now all moving in different directions. If we have a dead arm, where they're moving together, then now I've lost one component part, because the hand and the racket will be moving in the same direction. So by creating a live arm, we actually add a component or a segment to the swing and all the power and spin that goes with it. So that's the first part that I'd like you to try and find, is try and find this live arm where we have a little bit of play between the racket handle and the hand, and the racket and the hand are not linked and not going in the same direction. And this will create tremendous racket speed. But then a problem that a lot of players have who actually find this looseness and this freedom is that they start to swing at the ball instead of through the ball. So they swing, but the finish is aborted somewhere around here. But if the finish is aborted somewhere around here, it means they were decelerating with stress and tension right through the hitting zone. And this is fatal. What we want is a live arm and a lovely free and fluid stroke that finishes and ends when the racket has lost its momentum. And to do that, I want to give you an analogy. Let's imagine that the court that I'm standing on has leaves on the court. And instead of having a racket, I have a broom. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and hit the imaginary leaves off the court. And I hit the leaves off the court, but I'm going to be there all day. What would I do with my broom? I would sweep the leaves off the court. And now if we take that picture and instead of trying to hit the tennis ball, we think of sweeping through the tennis ball, just like I was sweeping through the imaginary leaves. If you combine the live arm with the sweeping through the tennis ball, then you'll find that you get so much more out of your strokes. I hope this makes sense. I'd love to know how it works for you and your players. It's a fantastic feeling when you can apply these two concepts and start to really hit a tennis ball. If you want to practice this or any other of our ideas, then have a look at our partners playyourcourt.com. They send professional tennis coaches direct to your area and to your local courts. It's a great service, and if you click on the link in the comments section below, there's a 50% discount off their membership. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, please. Really helps. And if you think I can help you more with your game, if you really want to take your tennis to the next level, then have a look at what digital coaching can do for you. We have an online coaching service. The information's in the website below. It's a totally unique service. It's all personalized, and we're helping players of all ages and levels all over the world. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.